Okay, so last time round we talked a little bit about an EDC shelter, so let's get into that. And that's going to start with the bag itself. So let me just preface this first by saying when I refer to EDC, everyday carry, I don't mean that I'm taking this everywhere with me. This isn't coming to Tesco's, it's not going to the petrol station. This is what we're carrying up here in the woodlands. So the bag itself is a Solagnac 40 litre day pack. What I really like about this is it just meets all my needs. It's got tons of molly webbing pouches and this lovely little feature on the front that carries your axe, or if we drop this section down, we'll carry a rifle. And when it comes to the everyday carry, we're going to want something that's not taking up too much room, that's light, that's versatile, and that's kind of a good all-rounder. So let's have a look what we've got in here. So first up is this little thing. It's just your bog standard military poncho. This is great as wet weather gear, it's great for rain gear. What makes it really versatile is it really easily turns into a nice little emergency shelter for us. So let's go and see if we can do that, shall we? So like we talked about before, packs down really small, really light, really versatile. What comes out of this little pack is our poncho. And there it is. So we'll throw this on really quickly. There we are, goes on a lot quicker than your more traditional rain gear. Huge, so it'll go on over the top of your pack, and like we talked about before, mega versatile, so let's look at that. And all we're going to need in addition to the poncho itself is a little ridgeline. Today we're going to use those toggles, but a ridgeline will work exactly the same. So our poncho is not quite square, it's rectangular, so we found its longest length, its longest edge, make that little bite. Toggle goes through, then all we need to do is hitch that to the tree. Same thing on the opposite side, and we're halfway done. So we can already see our little lean-to shelter is coming together. All we need to do now is stake down the back and have a little talk about it. And there we go, emergency poncho shelter. So as you saw, it goes up no bother at all, especially if you get caught out in inclement weather. We talked about it needing to be versatile. We've gone for just a little lean-to here. You could quite easily tie this up in a plough point. If you've got more than one, we can attach them to one another with the press studs, and that gives you more coverage, so you could maybe even make like a bit of baker's, an A-frame, or fly it up overhead. Our next little EDC shelter that never leaves this bag is this thing. This here is our emergency survival shelter made by Life Systems. There are plenty of these on the market. They're cheap and cheerful and they really do the job. We've been caught out loads of times, especially like walking around North Yorkshire and places like that when the heavens open, and all you need to do is throw this thing out. We dry as a bone. This particular model is a two-man shelter, but if you've got yourself a fairly sizable daysack, we'll still be able to utilise this perfectly. First thing we want to do, open it all up. This particular one, the storage bag for it is integral, so all we do is pull that little handle and we're power on. And you'll see when it's all opened up, towards either end, there is stitched into it maybe 8-inch of fabric. This is what we're going to sit on. Ideally, if there's 2 of you, all you need to do is together lift it up over your head, pull it down over your back, sit down at the same time. If there's only 1 of you, you're on your own. The other person is just replaced by our bag. We're going to try and film this demo as best we can, but there definitely isn't room for both the camera equipment, myself, and the bag inside. So, you'll notice we've got a nice little window. The self-containing bag it came in has nice little ventilation. It gets hot in there. And in an emergency, just to wait out the weather, this thing is perfect. Okay, so we're both in, and as you can see, it's cosy. Because it's really cosy, it means that it's really hot. The material is got a special membrane in it that retains the heat, especially in inclement weather. Because it's so hot, we're not going to stay in here too long. But we've also got, like we said before, that nice little window to look out of, and the bag that it came in provides us with the ventilation because it's just got like a little mesh membrane to the end. It is cosy in here, but if there's 2 of you, especially if you're sat face to face, the more you lean back, the more headroom that you've got, just providing the tension between the 2 of you on the material. I'm gonna need to get out of here though, I'm cooking. And until next time, go explore.